side on the mastoid, both of them together. Again, internally slightly forward, not backward, but slightly forward, such that the pinna tends to move slightly forward. Right? It should not be going backwards, it should be slightly forward. Most of the pressure is on the bony prominent area. Now, there are certain precautions which we should take, that is, if there is certain implants in the ear, we should not be doing this stimulation, right? And suppose somebody has CSOM, suppurative titus media, then also you should not be doing this stimulation. Somebody has a space occupied region, then also you don't do this stimulation, right? And however, it's quite good. This marma alone we have seen quite good in cases of tinnitus patients, right? So you can do in such cases this vector marma alone. One single marma stimulation also in some cases like Meniere's disease, this is again an ENT disease. So you can do this stimulation, and it will reduce the frequency and the duration of those the sound that you hear. So Vidhurman again, like both of them trying to meet each other, right, and slightly forward. Then the next one is the Kripatika. So in the Kripatika, what we do is place the thenar eminence. So this is not the self-stimulation technique. I will show the self-stimulation in the next slide. This is a technique for if you are doing for another patient. If you are patient को कर रहे हैं तो उस तरीके से self-stimulation technique यूज करें. तो इसमें क्या करते हैं कि you have the thenar eminence on the temporal region and use the middle of the finger to be placed on the side, right? Although in this figure it looks like my finger is too close to the central line, but actually it is around 2.5 fingers away from the central line, right? And use the middle finger, and from this point apply pressure towards this upper. So the direction of pressure is towards this. Okay. So again you can see with both the fingers together applying pressure on the occipital bone just underneath, right, and towards this Kapniman. This is how we will be doing. And again the number of times the stimulation will be 20 to 25 times in one sitting. In this technique of doing the stimulation, it is not just the Kripatika one which gets stimulated. It is 3 more marma sites which get stimulated at the same time. They are the shank, the uchhed, and the corresponding Simantamaran. So you have the Shantamaran, then you have the corresponding Simantamaran, which is the squamous suture is there, right? You have different coronal, the sagittal, these different sutures, you have the squamous sutures here. So one of the corresponding Simantamaran, then the uchhed near the pterion, where the junction of the 4 bones, right? So that area, these 3 marmas will get stimulated, because when we are doing this stimulation, although my focus will be more on the side of the stimulation, but when we are doing this stimulation, there will be certain counter pressure from the thenar eminence to the temporal region, because of which gentle pressure, the corresponding marma sites also get stimulated. So yeah, I think we're already ready with this time.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, okay. So I'm again going to be quicker, and so this is the Kripatika marma technique, where we use the self-stimulation. We use the base of the little finger, right, and put it again on the side here, and apply pressure from this direction to the sternum, right. So this is how we can stimulate again 20 to 25 times in one sitting. This is self-stimulation technique, and Ansamarma is more on the trapezius. I'll skip the theoretical part. I'll just show the that's where it is. So this is the trapezius muscle. So underneath you have the innervation of the spinal accessory nerve. You can see here as well. And on the muscle, on this side here will be the location of the Ansamarma. Once you have identified the Ansamarma, then we make the direction of pressure towards the sternal notch. So you flex your elbow, make an angle of approximately 30 degrees with the mid-axillary line, and then use the 2 fingers, the middle and the index finger, place it here, and then slightly move it inwards. Okay. then that is the point where the ans marna is. From once you have identified this point, you draw a line from this point towards the external knot, imaginary line, and apply again pressure in this direction. Because mind you, it is not written in any book which direction you have to apply the pressure, what is the amount of pressure that you have to apply is not mentioned. So we have to remember what the direction of pressure, because even though you have identified the point correctly, but if you are not able to do the stimulation correctly, then the effect is not adequate, right? Because we have seen in thousands of patients these different interventions and different techniques, and come to the conclusion that this is the most suitable, right? So again, for self-stimulation, you have to flex your elbow, keep it close to the chest, use the middle and the index finger, back side, and then move towards internally, and then from here, make an imaginary line and apply it. So this is how we will do the ans marna. If we are doing it with another person, yeah, there is one more thing that you should remember, that it can be slightly tender. Do not do both the sides of stimulation together. You should be doing only one by one. If you do both the sides together, there are chances that there can be giddiness and dizziness like feeling. So do not stimulate both of them together. Do one by one. Also, one more point that you should keep in mind is that if you are not able to find the point correctly, if you are going a bit downwards, that is fine. Suppose instead of this point, you go slightly downwards, no problem. But don't come too close to the neck when you are doing this stimulation. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. So I think I should conclude here. There are so many more. But yeah, this is just to show you some figures. This is the identification of the Chipraman. Again, very important. Chipraman is also said to be related to the Prana and Jnanavat. Okay, so as the name suggests, very fast acting. Then the Tal which is here you can see 2 finger breadths from the base of the middle finger, and the direction of pressure once you have utilized this point is directly downwards. So although the figure that 2 thumbs that I have used, but instead you can only use 1 thumb also, no problem. Okay, so yeah, thank you.
Very interesting, and showing us something live where we can see students also giving it a try was truly amazing. Friends, it's been absolutely remarkable. With your presence, sir, I'm going to request you to kindly join us on the stage, and once again, all our distinguished speakers to kindly join us here to felicitate sir as well. May we please welcome you here on stage once again. Friends, thank you for your applause for Dr. Shishir Prasadji. I think we all learned from Mama. At least for our own selves, we need to look after our stress. Okay, girls? And to everyone, to all the guys as well. We are living in different times, I do understand. But since we are students of Ayurveda, we're going to spread health to the world. So I'm going to request you all to make sure that find your way out, how to live life stress-free. You can handle everything by living stress-free. Even if, I'm sorry, but I was waiting for my dignitaries, my distinguished speakers to felicitate sir. I mean, we've already run out of time, so this is just for me to speak to all the students. Why are we having our dignitaries here on stage? Please, everybody who's here, all our distinguished speakers, and our lovely guest as well, who's here from London, may we please welcome you as well. Thank you. Friends, yes, we do have the other factors too, which get into stress, but what a brilliant way of explaining. Let's give them a huge roar of applause, friends, one more time. Dr. Shishir Prasadji. Right from the beginning, the testimonials of his clients and everyone who's experienced it, and showing us how can we use this alternate method as well, along with our Ayurveda to cure diseases. What a fantastic way. Thank you so much, sir. I'm going to please also request our lovely Dr. Neetu Shri from our very own college to kindly present a book to sir as well. So all our dignitaries, please be here with us to present a book to all our dignitaries here. Thank you, Professor Dr. Neetu Shri, our favorite professor here. So please, can we have you here on stage and have your beyond Shesa? Please come. We're awaiting the presence of Dr. Jitendra Singh ji. So, sir, sure. So this is a very special moment as we like to have the humble presence of our respected chairman, yes, Professor Dr. Neetu Shri's book. Yes, sir. I already announced it. We did it yesterday as well. And of course, it's for everyone to capture a copy of this book by Professor Dr. Neetu Shri ji. We had the unveiling yesterday, am I right? Dr. Neetu ji, the same one. We also awaiting the presence of Dr. Jitendra Singh ji is coming. Sure. We missed him. Nevertheless, thank you to all our dignitaries to be here with us. Thank you, Dr. Shishir, one more time. And I'm going to request our lovely ladies to stay back here with us. This is Carrie. Thank you to be here with us. She's our next speaker. Friends, truly special for us as she's traveled across the world. Her knowledge and experience speaks volumes. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Karen is a well-traveled healthcare professional with a background in clinical nursing, specializing in travel health, aviation medicine, emergency care, and disease prevention. She fulfilled her dream of practicing Ayurvedic medicine after graduating with honors from Manipal University, with practical experience in India and guidance from experts like Dr. Kerry Gunthor herself, Dr. Mahadevan, and Dr. Gayatri Bhatt. She's dedicated to offering authentic Ayurvedic care. Dr. Kerry actively participates in professional associations, leads Panchakarma programs at Lakshmi Ayurveda, and mentors Ayurvedic students. Dr. Kelly will also like to know where is Lakshmi Ayurveda. We'd like to visit as well. And the doctor is so pretty and gorgeous, we'd all like to come there. And that's her name too, Dr. Kelly. Oh, Dr. Lakshmi, a huge roar of applause as we truly awaiting the video presentation for Dr. Kelly. Thank you guys. I hope you maintain silence as well, and then if you maintain silence, we all the students who are present here, not those who are outside, will get a photo op with her. One common photo op, okay? Thank you. And of course, our distinguished speakers as well, and we very close to lunchtime, and that's the reason I would like everyone who's present here, all the students present here, to take advantage of this moment. At the same time, we appreciate your presence here, so that's why there's good value for you. Sure. Oh, no problem. Take your time. We can wait for you all day long. Dr. Kerry, no problem. Yes? Okay. So friends, we will speak a little bit about stress. I mean, not we, but of course. And then of course, someone also spoke about cervical as well, and doing a little bit to stretch ourselves. So I'm going to take this opportunity, since I have to wait for Dr. and we're going to do a little bit about feeling right now relaxed and stress-free. So this is something brilliant, and trust me, wherever you are, in the midst of the class or wherever you are, whichever gathering you're at, you can always take this position and always relax yourself. So I'm going to go down, and feel free to, sit down. I mean, imagine this is the mat, the red carpet is your mat. Sometimes you can imagine, because you're just doing it for mere 3 or 4 minutes. But of course, it's not hygienic enough. We do need a mat, but otherwise feel free to sit down. But I want you to be relaxed, in a relaxed posture, either in Vajrasana, you can sit on the chair, or if you fit in Sukhasana, if your partner doesn't mind your knee hurting, then go ahead. And sit in that comfortable position since we have 3 minutes. Dr. Kenny said 5 minutes, but I think we take 3 minutes, so that 2 minutes we can talk about it. So sit in any comfortable position, friends, and make sure if your feet are, of course, in the same position, then make sure that your feet are flat on the floor, on the ground, flat on the floor. We all wear sports shoes. So make sure whatever position you're sitting in. So I want you to come towards the edge of the chair and make sure your spine is tall, the utmost important. Go ahead and sit in Padmasana. I'm going to request my lovely Beyonce, you're so excited. Please join me, please. Come on, come on, come on. So Beyonce sir, they've asked me for, she said 5 minutes, out of which 4 minutes we have now. And since we spoke about stress, let's do this. Okay, so friends, point number 1, where does stress come? When you feel your stress, tension, exams are there, where do you think stress comes? It comes here in the neck, okay? So, but first we're going to start with, by relaxing ourselves, keeping the spine tall, taking a deep breath. Breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. You can't see? Bring it up. Stand up. Stand up. Find your way out. Find your job. कोई बीच में आ जाओ. Okay. Okay. थोड़ा सा side हो सकता है कि तुम्हें दिख नहीं रहा. Okay. So you can sit in any comfortable posture. Sit in. Okay. So you can also sit on this chair in Vajrasana. If you must have noticed, I was sitting in Vajrasana when I retired, and it just relaxes you completely. Okay. So sit in any comfortable posture, feet on the floor. Just take a deep breath, keeping your spine tall and breathe out. Okay, now there are 2 things. One is the neck when you stress, and one is the shoulder. So quickly shrug the shoulders and release. Shrug, release. Shrug, release. कोशिश करनी है the shoulder should touch your ear. So कुछ आवाज आ रहा है टक टक टक. So that's the stress. Release it. Release it. Come on. Try and take your shoulder to your ear. If you want, you can do 6 at a time if you have a lot of stress. Okay? Rotate it from your shoulders. Rotate it. Rotate 5 times and reverse. And for all those who are experienced and who are used to doing this kriya, rotation se acha hai. We just take our fingers on the shoulder, join elbow, breathe in and breathe out. So this is the way we do it. Okay?
Fingers on your shoulder, we breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in when you lift up and breathe out. Breathe in. That's a hindrance. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe in.
Okay, so when you go up, you breathe in. Stress. Am I right, Beyonce? Okay, so can we all do it at least with one hand? Since you have your mobile phones in your hand, at least do it with one hand.
So let's go. Reverse, reverse. Breathe in. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And then up and down. Up and down. Up and down.
Shoulders, get ready. Shoulders taken care of just for the neck. Just for the neck. Several exercises which I'll just show you. Side to side, up and down, rotations are basic. But once you're done with your warm-up, then you have to give a jerk to your neck to make sure that you never get a sprain in your neck. So this is the way we go. Breathe out, breathe out. Breathe out. Okay, thank you guys. Dr. Karen is ready. Beyonce, thank you for joining me. This is just because Dr. Karen slide. Sorry, Dr. Kelly, over to you.
So, namaskaram and hello to everyone. It's really an honor being here today, and I really agree with John here. I never had a World Cup like this in my whole life. It was just fascinating. Thank you very much for organizing. Actually, I did get married in Karnataka, but I would have said it was similar, like yesterday almost. I got married again to Ayurveda yesterday. Okay, great. So my topic today is Ayurveda in Australia, treating lifestyle disease with Panchakarma, with reference to skin disease, with Jajika, one of the Trupa rulers. Before starting, I want to say pranam to my teachers, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Pranam to my teachers, whose inspiration and guidance and love I always cherish. Without my teachers, my dream of studying Ayurvedic medicine would not have become true. And a huge thank you to Dr. L. Mahadevan sir from the Sri Savada Hospital in Tamil Nadu. His teaching has made a significant impact on my clinical practice. And thanks to all the teachers. So this is the Lakshmi Clinic and Academy in Western Australia. When I left India in 2007, I started to practice on my own home. And this is often how practitioners will start. So, lucky to my wonderful team. Not everyone is pictured here. There are musicians, there are Ayurvedic practitioners, yoga therapists, physiotherapists, mama specialists with the help of Dr. Shishir Prasad. So really everything what we do is thanks to my wonderful team. This is myself back in 2008 at Alba College in New Delhi. I was getting some journalism for Grita Mochita. After I left Karnataka in 2008, myself and my husband, we moved to Australia. A lot of you mentioned I've got friends or family in Australia, but be aware Australia is very big, so if somebody lives in Sydney and I'm in Perth, it might be 5 to 6 hours flight distance. So you can see I'm based in Fremantle, the suburb of Perth. It has a very low population density because about 35% of the is a desert or considered as the outback. It has quite difficult living conditions. You would say that Asia or the climate, the habitat in Australia in the summer, has the gunas of Richna, Tichna and Pushna. I think Dr. Shishir Prasad, he visited, he can confirm this. We are surrounded by beautiful beaches, turquoise water. I love to surf. Every Sunday I'm on the paddleboard out in the ocean, but often I see dolphins, but be aware, we do have sharks in the water, so it can be a little bit scary sometimes. We do have animals, and we do have koalas. I think koalas, they must be a true kappa property or rather kappa ubiquity. You see, most of the time, if you go to sleep, so it's exciting to see who wins the World Cup this year. So my husband is a cricket lover and most of the Aussies are. So sometimes we have a little bit of competition if I look for India or for the Aussies. But cricket, so we love to cricket, especially when we win the World Test Championship and when we retain the ashes. But now come inside the Lakshmi Ayurveda Academy. This is the entrance at our clinic, and I really would like to take you inside and show you how we treat or how we practice hopefully authentic Ayurveda in Australia. So the conference is about lifestyle disease, and certainly we do see a lot of Sankalpana Vyadi. So we do see obesity, diabetes, digestive disorders, many cases of infertility, coronary vascular disease. But on the opposite side, Dr. Shishir mentioned A lot of people, and we are all interested in stress management. We also see that burnout, addiction, low immunity, eating disorders, excessive exercise, anxiety and stress. Out of many conditions or diseases, skin disease is a great interest of mine. And we treat a lot of acne, eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis. But be aware, Australia has actually the highest rate of melanoma, a very deadly fatal skin cancer. So it's actually considered as Australia's national cancer. So if you see any suspicious skin lesion, we always refer on to the skin specialist, as many people, young people, die of melanoma. So the health statistics in Australia, shocking, we need more Ayurveda. So 67% of the adults are overweight or obese. 47% of Australians have one or more chronic conditions. 4.8 million Australians have a mental or behavioral condition, and coronary heart disease is the single leading cause of death. Every 3 minutes somebody will die of coronary heart disease. So quite shocking statistics. And also diabetes in Australia. Between 2000 and 2020, more than 1.3 million Australians are diagnosed with diabetes. It cost the government a lot of money, $3.1 billion. And very sadly, unfortunately, the indigenous people, the First Nation people, genetically, they are actually 2.9 times more likely to have diabetes than non-indigenous. So, but before we start talking about treatment and disease, we really need to know what is health according to Ayurveda. And we've heard it now a few times on this conference as well, but one more time, Dana Dosha Sana Agnisha Samadatu Malapriyaha. Rasana Atma Indriya Nanaha Swasta Iti Avidyashi. I want to be very clear, especially if you practice Tai Chi. The beautiful definition gives it by Shushut, but we need to be clear what is Sama Dosha. So the dosha seems to be in balance. There's no disease without a dosha Vaishavya. The dosha, there could be a Vriti, there could be a Chaya, there could be an Avarana, an obstructed vata. We need to assess the dosha Gati, are they moving Urva, Adhogamana, in the Tiragamana, in the sideways position. We need to be very sure about this. We also need to assess Agni, all Agni, Chakra Agni, Dhatu Agni, the food Agni. We need the Agni to digest, absorb and assimilate the food, to get the Sara or the Ahara, Rasa from the food to nourish the Dhatu. Especially the Rasa Dhatu. If you think of skin disease, healthy Rasa Dhatu descends the skin, but also in lifestyle disease, very important to have good Chakra Agni, Dhatu Agni as well as the food Agni. We need to eliminate the Pitta part, all malas, the 3 malas, Veda, Mudra, Purisha. We all need to eliminate out of the body to be healthy. The Pitta is all the part produced by the body's metabolism, which is toxic to the body. Then alongside this, Rasana, Atma, Indriya, of course we need to have a blissful soul, senses and the content mind in order to be healthy. And the Sattva Bala is actually crucial if you treat lifestyle disease, because Raksha Para, really improper choices, improper actions, this is due to heat, Smriti and Smriti Vikamsha. So in Australia, how we should do actually worldwide, we should really focus on prevention. And we heard this before, Sharaka, Svasthasya, Sasya, Lakshana, Akshurasya, Vikaraka, Sharana. So we really want to promote a long, healthy life. But we also want to completely know the disease, to be able to completely eradicate the disease. The prevention is done, we heard this before this morning, we discussed it with Dinacharya, Ritucharya, Ratacharya, Sattvrita, Katya, Apatya. We can't treat lifestyle disease without looking at Katya, Apatya. Katya, Chara disease is the synonym for treatment. So Katya, Apatya, Yoga, Nidana, Parivarshana, we will talk more about this shortly. And once we know and we need to treat the disease, we need to be very certain, are we doing Shamana or are we doing Shodana? So consultation in Australia takes 1 to 1.5 hours. As Jean-Pierre also mentioned, people, they want to tell us their story. They want to be heard. So we focus very much much on listening to them and focus on diet and lifestyle. If the diet and lifestyle is good, the medicine may not be of any use. Yes, we write prescription, but very much we focus on prevention. And we really try to empower our patients to live Ayurveda. I don't think I will say that right how in, how well, Ayurveda. So Ayurveda the monks want to be a viewer of Panchakarma or visit. Ayurveda should please us every day. So this is the beauty of that Dinacharya, Ritacharya, and living a sattvic lifestyle. So this doesn't do it any favor. This is actually a patient came December 2022, quite recently. If you don't have a photographic memory like I do, then please take a picture and keep this picture in mind during the presentation. If you talk about a case study, I refer to the patient who came in December 2022. We diagnosed her with Vichortica. So in the case study, so she's a 43-year-old lady, Pitavata Prakriti, Tridoshik Vikriti, and she complained of dermatitis, redness, pain, itching, burning, crusting, cracking, bleeding to the upper layer of the skin, both hands. And not just for 1 month, not for 1 year, for 10 years. So this patient actually has suffered from this skin disease for 10 years, for a whole decade. She also got a history of depression and anxiety, endometriosis and heavy menstrual bleeding. So in the Rogi Parichanadipinadi, which was Kapha Pitta, Adi was Manda, she was feeling heavy, she gained 5 kilos in weight, there was Arushi, loss of taste, less appetite. Blood analysis was normal besides triglyceride and LDL, but normal thyroid function, ESR, CL, She was very hot to touch. So looking at the Purva Rupa, also the Rupa of Krishna, the tick means our patient suffered. So there was increased sweating, Vedana, there was Kandu, there was mild burning, Paridaha, Lama, Ruksha, Lakta. All of those symptoms were present in our patient. So this is a clinic of the patient. And we also did Shiva Pariksha. Shiva Pariksha is one of the Astagida Pariksha. And I really hope that I would highly recommend for all of you, every patient, you need to look at the patient's tongue. This is actually a great interest of mine. I've got a tongue analysis ebook which I recently just launched. Over 15 years I've been looking at tongues, and the accuracy of the diagnosis is just incredible, especially diagnosing a hypothyroid. So by this patient had coating, so there's certainly some armor, and also highlighting her almond. There's a midline effect, which also shows some vata imbalance. Many more things to see, but this will be almost a whole lecture or workshop on Shiva Pariksha. But keep this in mind. The first section from Hridaya to Navi is Pitasthana. From Navi downward is Vatasthana. So this is really great to use if you do tongue analysis. So back to the case study, just so you don't forget the patient's hands. Great. So before we go further, we also need to look at the correlation of the skin and the dosha. So one of the Acharya Shashruti mentioned in detail the 7 layers of the skin, even the thickness he has mentioned. And the 4th and the 5th layer, Tamra and Vidini, are the sthana or the adhisthana of Krishna for our Vichortika. Because we really need to know where is the dosha, dusha, and moksha. Otherwise we can't practice a practice. So the Trak and Trak, I hope I pronounced everything correctly, Trak and Dharata. Trak is Paush Indriya Adhisthana. So the sensation of touch is Vata. Then you've got Trak and Pitta, Parachaka Pitta. This represents the radiance of the skin. And Rajaka Pitta will also do the Pachana. If we apply Lepana, the Pachana is happening by Rajaka Pitta. Then what are the gunas of Kapha? It was really great to do the class with Dr. Mukesh hearing about the shlokas, and I think we did Snipta, Shita, Guru, Manda, Slakshan, Nutsna, Stira, Kapha. So these are the gunas of Kapha, which I can see less here now on the picture here, but let's see. So we diagnose this with Vichortika, but very clearly, if we look at Charaka's definition of Vichortika, he mentioned about Bahusrava. There is no Brahmastra, but it's not a wet type of eczema. It's certainly more, Shushmuk's definition, he talks about Shushka Vichatika, it's a dry type of eczema. So this lady, she's been suffering it for over 10 years. But also, it's not always important to name a disease. I feel like in clinical practice, there's so many different medicines, so I would say we can treat purely on a reproduce. So hate of Kushta according to Madhava Nidana. So Kushta is really compatible with Viruddha Ahara. And in most lifestyle diseases, this is such an important Viruddha Ahara, incompatible food. Fish, milk, radish, or intake of salt and sour substance. So anything what has pitta and rakta kapura, but also oily and fermented food. And very interesting, use of cold water immediately after exposure to heat. Keep this one in mind. And exercise after eating. So in our case study here, our lady, remember 43-year-old lady, this is what she's eating. And this is actually not very unusual for an Australian diet. She loves frappuccinos, sushi, cold chocolate drinks, alcohol, binge drinking, sometimes take a whole bottle of red wine on the weekend, fruit and yogurt, sesame seeds, sugary, takeaway food. She goes to McDonald's and she also likes honey glazed chicken. So this is a frappuccino. This is a glass of red wine. She has some fruit and yogurt, fish and chips, and some sushi. This is her ahara. So then looking at her vihara, she also likes to daydream. She likes to smoke occasionally. She doesn't like exercise. And that's interesting. The exposure, some change from hot to cold, as mentioned, to be a nidana for Kushta. So what this patient does in Australia, she loves to sunbathe at the beach, and then afterwards she loves cold showers or the cold ocean. And there is a very big in-trend, people do ice baths. Have you heard of ice bath? You fill a bathtub with ice water. It's the Wim Hof technique, and then you jump into ice. After she is really hot, because she has pitta in her property, she jumps into cold water. So that's also emotional. Manasika, so her mother, has been diagnosed with ovarian cancer. She's still in the house, she's running her own business. Unfortunately, she had a trauma in her marriage, she got divorced, her brother passed away. So there's a lot of manasika challenges. So now we look at the etiological factors of aharaja, viharaja, pitta, doshaja. Her father also suffered from eczema, and manasika challenges. We really have to look at all issues if we want to successfully treat any disease. So, and it actually made me really happy to see all those cases. Because cardiac karana siddhanta, we identify the cause. The cause has an effect. How wonderful. I would feel more worried if I say I can't see any causative factors. But we identified numerous causes, aharaja, viharaja, pitta dosha, and manasika. So what do we need to do? We need to do Nidana Parivarjana. One more time Nidana Parivarjana and Nidana Parivarjana. If we don't eliminate the Nidana, we will not be successful in our treatment. And the Nidana, there's actually so much reference about it, so wonderful. Nidana gives us an insight of the issue, but also gives us the insight about the, now I lost it. So by doing Nidana, we can understand about the disease, and we can also then arrive at a logical conclusion how we treat the disease. So Nidanas can be classified, maybe the first students they would know that for sure, as Satya, Indriyata, Samyoga, Prajna, Parada, and Karinama. So very much in lifestyle disease, Prajna, Parada, the improper actions, it needs to be really addressed. Am I clearly and audibly? Is it clearly to understand? Yes, wonderful. So the Prajna Parada is very important in lifestyle. There is failure of deep, delivery, and smoothing, making improper choices. So how does the disease develop? This is not now about our Kushta, just in general. We need to have three components to get the disease. We need a Nidana, we need a Dosha, and we need Kushya. Otherwise there will not be any disease. So there's no disease without that Dosha Vaishramya. Before the Nidana causes the doshas to vitiate, the doshas can was an Agrimandia. The Agrimandia produces the Ama moves whereas the Kavadunya into the darkness. This is the Dosha Samochana, which is the Stana Samshaya in the Shat Priyakara. Then the Ama is called the shorter order and the seed will be produced. So we look at our patients' redness, pain, itching, crusting, cracking, bleeding in the upper layer of the skin. Some Praktikatakas, I'm very fond of some Praktikatakas. Teacher always said I need to use some Praktikatakas, and I'm very fond of them because I almost feel we should do some Praktikatakas for each and every patient in the outpatient department. If I was my child of some Praktikatakas who did the doctor, he or she would know exactly what to do. Because this is almost an ID card for your disease. So we put a dosha, 3 dosha, Pitta Kapha Pradana Vyari, the Dushya Rasa Ladika in Rakta, Shaka Agni Dasu Agnimanya, the Shota Rasa Rakta and its Veda Shota, the Shota Dushi is Sanya, it's spreading to the Tiraga Shira, and the Utbara Stana, the side of origin is the Amashaya. Adhisthana is struck in the 4th and the 5th layer, Kamara and the green is the Adhisthana. The Roga Mada is Shaka and it is Chirakaric, chronic in nature. So the aim of the Chikitsa is now we need to break the Sankati. We need to do Shota Shodana and Dosha Shamana. We also need to do the Dharma Prasadana to improve the complexion. The Chikitsa can be divided, I think we've got high Chikitsa teachers here. The Chikitsa can be divided into Langana and Pramana. Are we going to do Langana or Pramana? Langana. Are we going to do Langana can be divided in Shodana and Shamana? Are we going to do Shodana or Shamana? This depends. If the Bala is the Holy Bala is not true, we will not do Shodana. But yes, we hopefully can opt in for Shodana. Yes, so Shamana pacifies the doshas locally. Shodana will remove the dosha. Shamana is temporary and it will short time action, but Shodana will effect last for longer. Alpha dosha Langana, Madhyama dosha Shamana, and Bahu dosha Shodana. So if the Bahu dosha Avasa, the patient is strong enough, we will be undergoing Shodana Chikitsa and very much stronger Shodana. And here our treatment plan. All the acharyas have been very clear in Kushta. If there's Bahu dosha, we need to do Shodana Chikitsa. And our treatment plan, I don't need to read this out, you can have already look because we will be going and look at the treatment now. So we have at the retreat center an inpatient facility, but I have to say patients in Australia, they don't like to stay in as inpatient. So most, 99%, everything will happen in the OP. So this is the Lakshmi Clinic. That's the inpatient facility. And let's enter the topic of Panchakarma. I'm very happy to have Dr. Rita here to support me from the Panchakarma department. So we start with Purvakarma. So what is the Purvakarma? Rukshana, Deepana, Snehana, internal, external, and Svedana. So but before we need to do Dharmakara, we need to do Deepana Kachana. Similar like Jean-Pierre mentioned, not all of the herbs or drugs are available in Australia. So we have to take what is available. But we know in the seed there's a Pitta Pradana, so Kuduchi is Deepana, Kuduchi is Kachana, Kuduchi is Pitta Kapha Shamana. Kuduchi Kashaya we use for Deepana Kachana. It's our Kachana Deepana, it's good for Anava Shoda, Rasa Raktava Shoda. It's really a wonderful combination what we have available in Australia. How long are you going to do Deepana Kachana? 1 day, 2 days, 5 days, 7 days? Any guesses on Deepana Kachana?
हाँ वो लाइफ के लिए मतलब वो मतलब जैसे ये हमारा स्टैंड वो यही वर्क है उसका लेकिन बस वो यही से हम समझ गए यही सारा काम है या आप जैसे आप कुछ तो हम चल के हिले डोले वीडियो थोड़ी सी ब्रेक हुई होगी हम उसको दौड़ के भी जाएंगे समझ गए वो बैलेंस
But being aware about the Ama Lakshana is so important. So we've done Ama Lakshana or Deepana Kachana for our patients for 3 weeks prior to Nirvana. We also been giving Kaishoku Guru, which I made self at our clinic, and
tsunami. We also done it alongside Rukshana Kriya. I really failed to do Rukshana Kriya prior to Snehapana. I was considering to do Utvatana, but if you remember her hands, rough like St. Pedro's, I was worried it may cause more bleeding. So I decided to shoot talks about Utsadana. Utsadana also, not in Analogagati, in Paratilogagati, we use different herbs such as Neem, Sariva, Manchista, Gotikola, Yashimaru, and he add a small amount of Thailand and do the Utsadana in Paratilogagati. I also advise the patients to do a Karisheka with Neem Kashaya, which is just a book. Neem, unfortunately, we don't have available fresh, but we have dry leaves. So this is when we prepare for our Utsadana paste. This is Kaishoguru, I made it at clinic. It's very time consuming, so I start sometimes my little vati, so it really comes up small and then we get bigger and bigger, so hopefully I can improve. So now what we are ready. So now just done Deepana Prakshana alongside Rukshana Kriya. So now our patient will be ready for Snehapana. The doses of Snehapana, small, medium or Uchana. So what are we giving? What type of Snehana are we giving in Pusha or in Kameha? It is a lifestyle disease. It's a Kleda Pradana Vyadi. So you have to be very cautious. We never start with the highest dose. In practice, I will also practice safely. I start with small to medium dose. After assessing the posture, the ati, the balance, the satya, the suitability, and the strength of the dosha, dusha, samoshana. Very important, I actually asked Dr. Rita if she has inpatients in the Panchakarma facility, because most of our patients are outpatients. And they may not be aware that they should follow no physical exercise, no indoor, no Veda Pagoda, Brahmacharya, eating sattvic food, avoiding the Vata Prakopa. All doing Snehapana, because this can cause complications. They shouldn't go surfing in the ocean after drinking the Sneha. So really important, we start as a test dose. So now when we enter the topic of Panchakarma, I'm very practical. I really share how I do things at the clinic. I start with a testing dose. When will you give the test dose? Let's say after sunrise. But very clearly after sunrise, but before the hunger appears. If you give the sneha when the patient is hungry, you do Shavana sneha. So we need to do Shodana after sunrise, before the hunger appears. And I start normally with 30 to 50 milliliters as a test dose. So then what type of ghee are we doing? Are we going to give plain ghee? Are we going to give medicated ghee? This is actually a question I discussed with some of my teachers. If we talk about plain ghee, we don't talk about plain ghee from the supermarket. We talk about Mokshitai butter, which has undergone Adi Samskara Madhyama Pata. And I'm very much sure because during my training with Dr. Bashari, I burned all of my butter. And now this is a great passion of mine, making a sort of so I make tikka butter. I prefer tikka butter over Maha tikka. It was my second choice. But Maha tikka has 50% more amalaki than tikka, so it is more Rasayana in nature, which I will later for Shamana obesity, but for Shodana purpose, I use tikka butter. So our patient has undergone the Achasneha. After day 5, the patient showed Sneha Samyak Lakshana. She had some oily stools, there was good acne, there was Vata Anulohana, there was oily on the skin, and she tolerated the Sneha very well. Considering she is a Westerner, she is an Australian lady, so the Satya, she would have never had any ghee in her life. But the only complication she had was a little bit of headaches, maybe a bit of irritation, but overall she felt well. So after doing the Acha Snehapana, having the Sneha Samyak Lakshana, we do Abhyanga for 3 days, Savanda Abhyanga. In Australia, it is very unlikely that you will see 2 therapists. Most likely will be 1 therapist because labor is very expensive. We also have done Abhyanga, but we also have done a symptomatic transmission. I had a Shirodara, which and also Shirodara for them. to be eliminated out. But then here I want to highlight in lifestyle disease, also in America, Bahus Rabatesha, Dorsalization. There's already criteria of the diet. So we have to be very cautious with Vedana. Also in Kushka Rovi, we will not do excessive Vedana. I had a picture of the Bashta Veda, but we did not do Bashta Veda, we just had a bone bath after Adhyaka. We always have to keep the Dhatu Bala in mind. This is my friend Casey, because she has met her too. Shirodara, and then Vidyarachana, Katra Doshahadana, Ado Badam, Vidyarachana. And I'm very fond of Vidyarachana, especially in the treatment of lifestyle disease. So Vidyarachana is the treatment where we expel the morbid or vitiated dosha through the downward line. It's fantastic for all pitta disease. Skin disease, diabetes, arthritis, excessive weight, but also fatty liver, chronic, the worms, eye health, headaches. I think one of the students had headaches. I said, have you ever done Vidyarachana? Chronic fevers, and also for Shukkarapuri and Yoga. So then we do the Sadhana Kava. So when do we give the administration of the herbal benefit? Any ideas when we give it? Is it 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, after lunchtime? It's very precisely, it's in Kapha, Shirana Kala, after Seshna Kala. If you give it too early, then Agni will be Manga, the Vegas will not come. If you give it too late, the Agni will be Krishna, and the Vegas will also be successful. So Kapha, Shirana Kala, after the person should not have any hunger, but the previous meal should be digested, because otherwise you might do Brahmana. So we're talking now about Vidyarachana. Then we get to Vidyarachana Dravya. What are you using for Vidyarachana Dravya? We talk about lifestyle disease. Are you doing Snigdha Vidyarachana or are you doing Moksha Vidyarachana? Any ideas? I hope you still follow. And we will be doing Moksha Vidyarachana. After obviously assessing the posture and later on we do the assessment of the Vidyarachana, we assess our Veda. So after Seshna Kala, 2 hours after sunrise, our patient was given Triplet Agareham with Sriracha Fanta. Triplet Madhura Kashaya Tika Lasa Kapali Kaka and Krishna Nirya. Triplet helps to explain out the Pitta dosha. Triplet is Kushakna, it's Kumika, it's Nakta Shodana, and it's 3 doshakna property. So this is wonderful to use for Kushka Rogi. Our patient had 15 Vedas, and we didn't have any anti-yoga Vidyarachana because we had to be very cautious practicing in Australia that we have a safe practice. So very much important because in Australia or Western saunas we are always in a rush, always in a hurry. We've done Vidyarachana, let's go, that's done. But we need to do the Kashakara, the post-operative procedure, the Samsarjana. Because what is happening in the Vidyarachana? Your artery will be low. You will not be able to digest the Samanavata, Kashana Pitta, Akara, Mandi, only the Syoga. So you need to have the concept of Manda, Peya, Vilevi, carbohydrates, protein and fat to restore the artery and then only you can continue more for Ratayana. Ratayana is also a must, especially lifestyle disease, especially in Kushta, because Kushta has recurring occurrence. So we really want to uplift the root, the disease, eliminate it, but we don't want the eczema, psoriasis or anything to come back. So Ratayana increases Dhatu Bala and increases Oja, it prevents the reoccurrence. The herbs you can see listed on my slide. The herbs we have listed here, they are available and I've chosen them for Ratayana. So then the patient might say, now I've done my treatment, it's time to go home. And I say, not now, we have to discuss Katya, Apatya, Hara. So Charaka has stated Katya is a synonym for the treatment. And we very much favor plant-based vegetarian diet, and we avoid meat, nitrates, baking products, pickles, fermented food, and any food which activates the Pitta dosha and Vata. So this November, so this is less than 3 months later, and if you remember, our patient has suffering from sciatica for 10 years. So how amazing we've done this in 3 years. So one we've given Maha Tita for sciatica. More after the pictures. So after the treatment as well, she lost 5 kilos. The blood test, the LDL and the triglyceride was reduced. And until now, she has not had any reoccurrence of the disease. So can Pancha Karma treat lifestyle? And I would say yes, yes, and another yes. We acting against the different levels of the Sambhakti data. We correcting the Dhatu Agni Paka, we are attempting the shoulder. We have been attending all and we optimize for Bhagavad.
वो इसने पास में आके तब इसको पहचाना.
So then in order to practice Ayurveda in Australia, we need to have medicine available. And we need to have great import with Ayurveda, Shala, Kottakai, and medicine was easy available. Then COVID came, and unfortunately everything has stopped the import, and also many new regulations and guidelines with the TGA, which is the Therapeutic Food Act in Australia. So now it made me think what to do. I decided to study more Kavya Guna and more Vaishnav Kalpana, and I made many things at the clinic now. So we made Abalayam, we made Guru Combination Thailand Rajita, and she's got what success. She's got Aravada. So she's got Aravada, it's Krishnamura Aravada in order direction of Kavya. So this is a few different Aravada, but also Curry. This is Curry in Takla, the best for Curry. So this is wonderful to IBS and Curry. Ashwagandha, this is all things I've taken for myself usually. Simple lemongrass, castor oil. And I can see so many Ananda Katha here, but in Australia, I drop off my children at school. After I drop them off at school on the way to the clinic, I stop at the field, I cut my Ananda Katha. At the clinic, I cut them, for example, for Katha later. So it's very, very labor intensive. So but with the castor oil, this is myself with Brahmi. And luckily, my father from Germany has visited when the Brahmi was harvested, because I washed each and every little thing of Brahmi, the dirt, I dried it in the sun, and I made it into a Brahmi Amla hair oil, which is available at the clinic. I didn't use my father to notice the Brahmi Amla hair oil because he's old. So we make different agricultural combination and I've seen the patients, and then what I need prepare for our patients. Thailand preparations, we make Shira Balata Shumula, we make Pinda Thailand. It's a labor of love. It's very time consuming, and my dear friend from Kerala, we always exchanging pictures, and she couldn't believe that I sent her some pictures of me cleaning the pots, because afterwards, not only making the Thailand, we clean the kitchen as well. So this is Shatadauta Glitter. Shatadauta Glitter I make as well, but often I only do when I have students because it is very time consuming, 100 times you wash the food. It's what I've always been suitable for our patients with Kuchachika. Churna preparation, Avalea Kalpana. This is a great, great interest of mine. This will be the book we are launching next, because I love making Avalea. And this is also since COVID started. I started this Brahmi Vatayana. We have Krishna Avalea, we have got Amalaki Vatayana, we've got Ashwagandha Avalea, Layopaya, and Buddha Alpata. And there's a special thanks to my guru, Dr. Elna Hareva, because without him I would not be possible to make this. So we add the Nadu after the Lena, because the Nadu should not be heated, we add it at the end. And Dupavati, for example, I also make this Rasana, the Shona, it's simply Dupavati after Akshikapana or after Nasya. So this is almost now the end of my presentation, but I really feel the possibilities for Ayurveda in Australia are really endless. So this is again thanks to my wonderful team. when I arrived in Australia after leaving Karnataka in 2008, I didn't think it was possible to practice Ayurveda. And now my team, they actually mold and picture we are like the United Nations. I'm from Germany, we are from the USA, from Brazil, from Italy, from Scotland, Czech Republic, New Zealand. So I really like that theme of the World Ayurveda Day, how in or the Ayurveda every day, Ayurveda everywhere. I think that would be my biggest dream. So references from classical books, and obviously my favorite books from Dr. Elmer Hadevanse. I've got this whole collection, I read it probably twice or twice. So thank you very much for having me at the conference here. And there are my people, they are on Instagram, so it will be amazing to connect. As I haven't visited the Uttarakhand Pradesh, I'm so happy to have so many more new friends from today onwards. So I hope you stay in touch and either we meet again in India or in Australia.
This is so amazing. I'm going to request all trying to follow her on Instagram and Facebook and on YouTube. Now this was phenomenal. She covered the entire Panchakarma. And the fact was a huge round of applause. Dr. Jitendra Singh ji. I'd like to invite him on stage. Dr. Jitendra Singh sir. हम आपका कब से इंतजार कर रहे थे, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। हम प्लीज आपको मंच पर इनवाइट करना चाहेंगे। एंड हमारे साथ हमारे डिग्निटरी भी हैं, सर आप भी आ जाएं कृपया मंच पर। सर, we kindly request you to join us here. Dr. A. Mohanan sir, we please welcome you as well. Thank you so much, Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, for brightening up the room. Right from morning, we learned so much. Your students have almost become half Ayurveda doctors. They learned Marma, Asana, and practical experience. The entire Panchakarma covered truly phenomenally well. Lakshmi, that was absolutely incredible. A huge round of applause for our respected honorable chairman, Sama. One second. Please, I'm going to just hold on. Before we go ahead, felicitating Lakshmi, may I please invite all my international dignitaries here on stage. Please, a lovely lady from London, Beyonce, a gentleman from Nepal, everyone, and our distinguished speakers as well. Yes, I do remember Prasad sir, you want to say something about her. I'm going to give you the microphone as well. But towards the beginning, may we please have a very special photo with our respected honorable chairman साहब, जिनकी वजह से हम सब इस कॉलेज में हैं, दद्दू जी की दया से और मेहर से और उनके brilliant presence and visionary हमारे जो leader हैं, उनकी वजह से several colleges into the beautiful field of education only by Dr. Jitendra Singh ji के लिए जोरदार तालियां हो जाए friends. So I take this opportunity and thank all our international dignitaries for brightening up our entire state. It's the knowledge, the decades of knowledge which we all have spread here to the students, of course, and taken them on a new journey altogether, giving them the international exposure, sitting here in our own country, Bharat, at the same time excelling. So thank you to all our international distinguished speakers from across the world. So I have a small request to our international speakers that we would like to felicitate our very own Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, because उन्होंने इतनी मेहनत की है to have this international conference. It's not a matter of weeks, it's a matter of months together. And that's how we have this international conference. So students, let's make some great sound, absolute great noise, applauses. And we like to felicitate some Sasvik Holiday, just a small token of love. And our dignitary is here with us. And Guruji of Prasad sir is also here with us. Babu sir, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया to our living legend Babu sir. हमारे जैसे गुरु द्रोणाचार्य हैं, उन्होंने कहा था, he was very happy seeing Arjuna, and And similarly, sir here, Dr. Shishir के गुरुजी भी हैं, बहुत शुक्रिया. So can I, lovely ladies, can I have the bracelet? Thank you. Thank you so much. Just 1 second, this is extremely special moment. जिसका हम सबको इंतजार था. Friends, let me tell you, हम study तो करने जा रहे हैं 5 years for those who are beginners and for the rest of you wherever you are. But as I mentioned, that these are the days, these are the moments which will take you to a different level altogether. Can you please have the bracelet, my lovely lady? Okay. हमारे डॉक्टर प्रोफेसर मैम please, thank you. We like to felicitate Dr. Jitendra Singh. Please, thank you. Sure. So I'm going to request our international dignitaries to kindly present it to Dr. Jitendra Sahab, our very own Dr. Jitendra Singh ji.
आप सबके द्वारा ये इंटरनेशनल मंच देने के भाई सर
लक्ष्मी जी to the honors. सर इनका नाम लक्ष्मी जी है तो मुझे जो भी काम है अभी इनसे ही करवाना है जैसे हमारे पास भी लक्ष्मी आए वो भी ऐसी सुंदर लक्ष्मी. Copy what I'm saying. Your name itself is Lakshmi, so we want to be rich too. Rich health-wise, wealth-wise, and beauty-wise. So I will make sure that everything is done by Lakshmi herself. Thank you very much, Dr. Jitendra Singh ji. My dignitaries to please be in the same posture. And just a word from Dr. Jitendra Singh ji. सिर्फ 2 शब्द कहिए हमारे इंटरनेशनल dignitaries यहाँ पर.
Today is the second day of this seminar. I would like to say thank you for all my guests and all my dear students and all my colleagues. I would like to thank colleagues because मेरा ये मानना है कि जो साथ में है वो साथ ही है. हमारे जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं उन्होंने देखा गोविंद का प्रोग्राम कुछ अलग लेवल का थोड़ा सा हटके आप लोगों ने कुछ भी किया होगा और मैं आप लोगों से ये प्रॉमिस करता हूँ कि आप लोग साथ दीजिए, थोड़ा सा मेहनत कीजिए पढ़ाई में, तो ऐसे प्रोग्राम कंटिन्यू रहेंगे. कल भी मैंने कहा था कि आप लोगों का स्पोर्ट्स वीक जो है वो नेक्स्ट मंथ में इसके बाद है, लेकिन इसके बीच में थोड़ा सा और जम के पढ़ाई कर ली जाए तो फिर खेलने में मजा आएगा. ऑल द बेस्ट एंड थैंक्स हमारे जितने भी गेस्ट हैं और खासकर हमारे आपकी जो एंकर मैम हैं, इन्होंने इनके लिए मैं जरूर कहूँगा कि आप लोगों की मेहनत थी, लेकिन अपने शब्दों से इन्होंने जो चीज़ों को ऑर्गेनाइज किया है, कहते हैं ना कि मोती विकेट बहुत ही अद्भुत था. और मेरी तरफ से आपको शुभकामनाएं और मैं चाहूँगा कि हमारे जितने भी प्रोग्राम हों मेरी तरफ से मैं ऑफर कर रहा हूँ
सर माय ऑनर जरूर आऊंगी.
आप आइए. और हमारे साधु भाई भी हैं यहाँ पर कहीं बॉम्बे से आए हुए हैं.
हाँ जी साधु जी.
मैं चाह रहा हूँ स्टेज पे आ जाएं. आपका परिचय, ये हमारे छोटे भाई भी हैं और इन्होंने कम समय में यूपी से बॉम्बे पहुंचकर एक मुकाम पाया है. बहुत सारी फिल्में शूट की हैं इन्होंने, बहुत फिल्में शूट की हैं, बहुत शानदार इनका अंधेरी का ऑफिस है, मैं जाता रहता हूँ. और ये आप लोगों को मैं इसलिए इंट्रोड्यूस करा रहा हूँ कि अकेले गए थे मुंबई में, अभी ज़्यादा एज भी नहीं है, वहाँ जाकर के 35 फिल्में शूट कर चुके हैं अजय देवगन हो चाहे सोनू सूद हो, तमाम फिल्में, ये लोग पर्दे के पीछे से काम करने वाले लोग हैं। हीरो को आप जानते हैं और अपनी मेहनत से इन्होंने अंधेरी में इतना शानदार ऑफिस बनाया है। मैं बच्चों को इसलिए बता रहा हूँ कि अकेले घर से निकल करके बम्बई तक का सफर इस एज में जब ये कर सकते हैं, तो आप लोगों के पास एक BMS की रिकॉग्नाइज्ड डिग्री होगी। आप जब निकलेंगे तो बहुत ज़्यादा आपको सक्सेस होने के बहुत चांस हैं। बस सिर्फ ऐसे लोगों के टच में बने रहिए, जो लोग आपको इंस्पायर करते हैं उनके बारे में सोचिए, जो अच्छे आपके जिन्होंने कुछ किया है लाइफ में उनके बारे में पढ़िए। और आजकल तो आपको जरूरत भी नहीं है कि आप बुक्स लें, आपको सब कुछ नेट पे गूगल पे उपलब्ध है। अच्छे जितने भी जो लोग सक्सेसफुल रहे हैं, चाहे विवेकानंद जी हैं, मैं उनको पढ़ता हूँ। और आप श्रीकांत जिचकार जी को पढ़िए। श्रीकांत जिचकार जी से मेरी मुलाकात हुई थी, अब वो दुनिया में नहीं है। मैं उनका 2 मिनट के लिए जो लोग नहीं जानते उनको बताना चाहूँगा, बहुत से लोग जानते होंगे। 84 में उनको वर्ल्ड के बेस्ट यूथ का जो है अवार्ड मिला था। मैं शायद आपने नाम सुना होगा, महाराष्ट्र के हैं। मैं उनके 2 कॉन्फ्रेंस में मुझे जाने का मौका मिला आज से 30 साल पहले। उन्होंने जितनी डिग्रियां थी, MBBS किया, इंजीनियरिंग किया, IAS किया, छोड़ दिया, IPS किया, छोड़ दिया, और 26 ईयर में वो MLA बनकर महाराष्ट्र के फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर हो गए और 0 बजट उन्होंने दिया था, पहला बजट पेश किया था। तो इतने कम एज में इतना सक्सेसफुल, और वो आप कोई भी लैंग्वेज बता दीजिए, उसका कोई भी टॉपिक दे दीजिए, कितनी भी देर तक वो बोल सकते थे। तो इतना उनके अंदर एक पावर था। विवेकानंद के बाद वो थे, बाद में उनको कैंसर हुआ, USA गए, डॉक्टर्स ने कहा कि कोई पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं है, कैंसर को हरा के वापस आए, लेकिन एक्सीडेंट में जो ऊपर वाले की वजह वो जो थी वो हो गया, एक्सीडेंट में उनकी डेथ हो गई। उनको आप पढ़िए कि कैसे आदमी, और मैंने जितनी भी चीजें अपने लाइफ में अभी तक सीखी हैं, सबका IQ एक लेवल का होता है, सबका IQ। बस ये है कि हम उसको यूटिलाइज कहाँ करें। अगर आपका कंसंट्रेशन अच्छा रहेगा, आप कंसंट्रेट करेंगे, बस वही एग्जाम में जो चैप्टर आप 1 घंटे में तैयार करते हैं, एग्जाम के पहले आप 10 दिन में तैयार करते हैं तो आप ही, बुक भी वही है। इस पर थोड़ा सा विचार करिए। जो लोग आगे बढ़े हैं उन्होंने सिर्फ अपने जो टाइम था, उनका जो वर्क था, उसको टाइम दिया और बहुत क्वालिटी टाइम दिया, उसको ध्यान से पूरा उसको डूब गया। किसी को पाने के लिए किसी भी चीज को, चाहे आपका पढ़ाई हो चाहे गेम हो, उसमें डूबना पड़ेगा आपको। ये आप गार्ड मान लीजिए, मैं खासकर अपने बच्चों के लिए कह रहा हूँ। तो आप निश्चित रूप से अगर ध्यान से करेंगे तो बहुत सक्सेस होंगे। बहुत स्लाइटली डिफरेंस होता है सक्सेस और फेलियर में, बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं होता है। अगर डेली आप 1 घंटे पढ़ेंगे तो एग्जाम के समय मुझे नहीं लगता पढ़ने की जरूरत है, लेकिन 1 घंटा वो ऐसा पढ़ना चाहिए कि कल एग्जाम। पूरा पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है। हम लोग भी मेडिकल स्टूडेंट्स रहे, पढ़ाई के मैंने बहुत सफल लोगों को देखा, वो एक समय में एक ही काम करते हैं। और हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं आजकल, सुबह उठे, बुक उठाई, थोड़ा सा मोबाइल में चले गए, देख लिया, फिर उसमें खो गए, फिर वापस आए, फिर बुक उठाई। तो आजकल जो मोबाइल का चल रहा है, खासकर मोबाइल को हटा दीजिए आप। 10 बजे से पहले आपको मोबाइल को नहीं देखना है। जो बच्चे हैं वो समझ रहे होंगे। अभी शिक्षा समागम में मैं लेक्चर देने कानपुर गया था, तो मैंने कहा कि लोग मोबाइल में खोए रहते हैं और ध्यान नहीं देते हैं। और मैंने कहा अभी भी मैं बोल रहा हूँ तो लोग मोबाइल देख रहे होंगे, तो बहुत लोगों का सर एकदम से नीचे हो गया, लोग उसमें भी मोबाइल देख रहे थे। तो मोबाइल को कब देखना है, ये हमारे लिए चैलेंज है। मोबाइल के लिए भी करिए कि हर 10 मिनट में आप अपना मोबाइल खोलते हैं कि नहीं। अगर 10 मिनट में आपको मोबाइल खोलने की आदत है तो आप एडिक्ट हो चुके हैं, उससे बचिए। खैर, मुझे थैंक यू बोलने के लिए बोला गया था, लेकिन मेरी आदत है, बच्चे सामने रहते हैं मेरे, तो मेरी कोशिश रहती है मैं सिखाने लगता हूँ, तो ज़्यादा टाइम लेगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much. Humble thanks to you. What an inspiration by our very own Dr. Jitendra Singh ji. What a PSC inspiration. Oh, let me tell you, it's also his blessings with us. So now, coming to Dr. Kevin, Lakshmi, that was beautiful. So beautiful inside out, and thank you for all the knowledge that you have imparted and given us, and also invited us to Australia at your Lakshmi beautiful clinic, Ayurveda clinic. I want to request Dr. Jitendra Singh ji to kindly felicitate, along with our dignitaries, our lovely lady, and of course, also philanthropist and our doctor in Ayurveda. Friends, let's give it up one more time for our lovely lady, Dr. Kevin Ewan. This is is very special. I'm going to take this opportunity of inviting our two young leaders. I'm going to please invite your two, Elena and Victoria. Please join us here. And this is very, very special. And friends, we're so fortunate to also have the presence of M. Mohanamsa Yavalas, our former principal of our college. Sir, not just to the students but also to the professors and teachers to excel and take this beautiful Ayurveda college forward. So I'm going to please request Sir to felicitate him as well. And friends, as Sir already spoke about Sadhuji, I'm going to speak a few more words. और एक और जो हमारे साथ बहुत ही renowned writer and director आपको भी मंच पर बुलाना चाहूँगी. I'm going to read out a few words about Sadhuji, जिन्हें मैं सोनू सूद सर के साथ मिली हूँ. So thank you Sadhuji for this wonderful opportunity. मुझे family मिल गई, आयुर्वेदा मिल गया, health मिल गई, और wealth मिल गई. These beautiful students. So thank you for all the love. आपने बहुत दमान मचाया यहाँ पे, and I'm sure you've taken a lot of knowledge as well. It's always about a mixture of both. Life is truly a celebration. So here, may we please also thank Sadhuji and our dignitaries to felicitate the gentlemen. Well, let me tell you friends, हमारे बीच में एक और शख्सियत हैं जिन्होंने बहुत सारा काम किया. Yes, absolutely, sir ने तो इतना कुछ कहा, लेकिन I'm going to definitely mention the films right from Pathan, शादी में ज़रूर आना, to खुद Hafiz and Pati Patni और वो जैसे 35 films he's done. At the same time 2022 में इन्होंने इतना कुछ किया है. Well, let me tell you, 2023 में भी इन्होंने 5 बच्चों को शिक्षा भी दी है. So along with giving अपना faith, he's also giving back to the society. We'd like to felicitate our very own, let's put hands together, for Sadhu Baidyanath ji. बहुत शुक्रिया. And yet another renowned writer and director हमारे Bollywood film industry के हमारे साथ में Anuj Kumar ji. Anuj, may we please welcome you here? Yes, Anuj. Thank you. मुंबई शहर से हमारे बीच very renowned एक star भी हैं, right from world से लेकर several films. He's been excelling at it, and to have our entire film industry say hमारे renowned writer director along with Sadhuji is very special. Anuj Kumar, thank you so much. Now, for one very important photo op, I'm going to thank at first all my friends from the media. आप सबके शुक्रगुजार हैं, the friends from the press and media. One photo op with Jitendra Singh Sahab with our international dignitaries, and our stalwarts. एक perfect photo op हो जाए. So this is going to be the pic of our international conference. Jitendra sir, please come in the center. Our international dignitaries. आप सब आ जाएं. We just forming the right posture. Come, sweet one side, you can come the other side. Thank you. Thank you, please join us here. Thank you. Thank you. Is there any other distinguished speaker or हमारी dignitary जो मंच पर नहीं है, आप कृपया मंच पर आ जाएं. This is a very special pic. I'm going to please request you all to be here with us. Dr. Neetu ji, आप कहाँ हैं? Dr. Neetu Shri. Professor Dr. Neetu Shri, where is ma'am? Professor Dr. Neetu Shri, please. Please आ जाए ma'am. And to be thankful to all our respected professors, our teachers, our college principal, and above all the students, because you're the stars of our college. Thank you, students. You guys rock. Our distinguished dignitaries, and of course a very special VIP invites and friends from the media. Let us go और हम सबको बता दें कि आज इस international conference से कितना फायदा हुआ है, न सिर्फ हमारे students को बल्कि हमारे देश को भी, because these students are the future of tomorrow. One more time, a humble thanks to Dr. Jitendra Singh ji. I'm going to please thank everyone and one second, okay. We'll have a felicitation show. And Shishir sir, just a minute, you wanted to say something about Dr. Ellen? 80 minutes, please.
Yeah, I just wanted to say a few words about Kareem because I visited her clinic and I've seen all the work that she's doing, and she's doing it with the very fundamental concepts of Ayurveda, applications of Ayurveda, understanding it on the basics of Ayurveda, and then applying, which many of us here are also not doing. So it is very important what she presented. She presented it from the Ayurvedic diagnosis point of view. Then also she talked about the Samprapti pattern, and then she talked about the Chikitsa, the treatment protocols. So all as per Ayurvedic principles, and that is really wonderful to see. You just have to take inspiration from her that she can do from another country coming and learning. Why can't we do this? So it's really good. I just want to quote one experience. I don't know whether anyone of you knows about Ishtika's way, but when I was there in Australia, I was taking a patient, so just talking about some of the concepts. So she said that, yeah, this is Ishtika's way, which I'm not sure many of us know. So it was very fundamental and the depth of knowledge, really good. So thank you, Kareem, for being here. Thank you.
Sir, what sir said is exactly true. I have no idea about before sunrise, after sunrise, and you're the one who spoke. So most of us don't even focus on that. You even spoke about that. You spoke about the weather condition at Australia, जो आयुर्वेदा में बहुत important होता है. So absolutely phenomenal. Sir, want to say something?
और पिछले 2 दिनों से हमारे बीच में जो मंच का कुशल संचालन कर रही थी, उनसे पहले हमारे बीच में परम आदरणीय प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर बाबूराम त्रिपाठी जी हमारे बीच में हैं। नाम ही काफी है साथियों, हम करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं और उन्होंने कर दिखाया है। एक जोरदार तालियां आपके बीच में, हम इनको सम्मानित करने जा रहे हैं। ये कॉलेज स्टार्ट हुआ, आप हमारे बीच में तब भी आए थे जब यहाँ तक पहुंचे आपके आशीर्वाद से। आपका आशीर्वाद ऐसे ही मिलता रहे और हम यूं ही तरक्की करते रहे। शुरुआत आपके कदमों से हुई थी, कदम मिलाकर हम चल रहे हैं। सफलता जरूर मिलेगी, आपका आशीर्वाद हमारे लिए बहुत कीमती है। हम आपका सम्मान कर रहे हैं इंटरनेशनल आयुर्वेदा कॉन्फ्रेंस के माध्यम से, जो कि चेयरमैन साहब का एक सपना था, मूर्त रूप हो रहा है हमारे बीच में। आज ये मंच और ये जगह एक बार फिर पावन हुई है आप सभी को पाकर। हम सब फलीभूत हुए हैं और ये मंच शोभायमान हो रहा है। हम सब सम्मान कर रहे हैं परम आदरणीय प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर बाबूराम त्रिपाठी जी का। और कमाल की बात यह है कि जिस उम्र में हाथ कांपते हैं, बाबूजी आज भी ऑपरेशन करते हैं। 75 इयर्स के होने के बावजूद भी कुशल ऑपरेशन। अभी एक सेशन है सर का, आप उस सेशन को जब देखेंगे तो आपके वास्तव में रोम रोमांच हो जाएगा कि ऐसी स्थिति में क्या ऑपरेशन संभव है, जो सर करके दिखाते हैं। सर के लिए स्लाइड्स रेडी हैं और हमारे भोजन के बाद दोपहर का सेशन सर के पास है और हमारे बीच में है सिमरन। मैं आग्रह करूंगा आप भी मंच में आए। आप आने के बाद आपने जो समा बनाया है और वास्तव में जिन शब्दों की जरूरत थी इंटरनेशनल डिग्निटीज के साथ, आपने जो उन शब्दों को बटोरा है, पिरोया है एक माले में, हम सब आपके आभारी हैं। और आप सामान्य व्यक्तित्व नहीं रखती हैं, आप भी इंटरनेशनल पर्सनालिटीज हैं, तो हम भी आपका सम्मान करने जा रहे हैं। प्लीज बी इन सेंटर। और मैं आग्रह करूंगा परम आदरणीय चेयरमैन साहब से कि आप मैडम का सम्मान करें। ऑल द एंजल्स प्लीज पुट अ स्टेप फॉरवर्ड। 2008 की मिस इंडिया यूनिवर्स आपके सामने है साथियों। तालियां छोटी नहीं पड़नी चाहिए। आपके चेयरमैन साहब का आशीर्वाद है कि किसी न किसी इंटरनेशनल और नेशनल पर्सनालिटीज को हमारे एक छोटे से कार्यक्रम में भी इनवाइट करते हैं और उसकी भव्यता बढ़ा देते हैं। ये सब की महान कृपा है और हम सब न जाने कितने अभिनेताओं और न जाने कितने हस्तियों से मिल चुके हैं। ये सिर्फ आप ही की हस्ती है। किसी को गीत देता है, किसी को साज देता है, किसी को गीत देता है, किसी को साज देता है और खुदा जिस पर मेहरबान होता है उसे ये अदाकारियां और अदा देता है। हम आपकी अदा के कायल हैं सर और आपने हमको यहाँ तक पहुँचाया है। आज मेजर एस डी सिंह पीजी आयुर्वेद महाविद्यालय इंटरनेशनल लेवल पर आया है। हम सब आपके आभारी हैं। नाउ माइक हैंड ओवर टू सिमरन।
Mutually thankful to our dignitaries and I want to truly thank all our dignitaries for joining us here with folded hands. One more time, expressing my deepest gratitude and these memories and knowledge will stay with us. So that means you will stay in our hearts forever. And we please request our Chairman Sahab, Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, to kindly be here with us to do some felicitations. We have a few felicitations to be done.
कुछ लोग जो है दान रात दिन एक करके इस संस्था को जो है उत्तरोत्तर जो है बढ़ाने में जो है अपना महत्वपूर्ण सहयोग दिए हैं। इस संस्था में साज सज्जा से लेके, इस संस्था के रंग रोगन से लेके, इस संस्था की प्रतिष्ठा सम्मान को जो है हर एक जो है पहलू को बड़ी बारीकी से, बड़ी बखूबी से जो है देखा। ऐसे लोगों को जो है हमारे डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह यादव जी चेयरमैन सर सम्मानित करेंगे। ऐसे लोगों में जिन्होंने दिन रात जो है एक करके अपने कार्य कौशल का प्रदर्शन किया, जिनको हमारे चेयरमैन सर सम्मानित करना चाहते हैं। इस कड़ी में सबसे पहले हम आमंत्रित करेंगे सुनील कुमार यादव जी सतलू जी को, जिन्होंने दिन रात एक करके, और इस कॉलेज के आपने बाहर देखा होगा कि 2 दिन पहले स्थिति कुछ और थी और तीसरे दिन जो है कॉलेज का नक्शा जो है एकदम बदल चुका था। तालियों के गड़गड़ाहट के साथ स्वागत करें सुनील कुमार यादव जी का, प्लीज। अनुप कुमार जी प्रशासनिक अधिकारी, जिन्होंने जो है कॉलेज को आगे से लेके पीछे तक, हार्बर गार्डन से लेके बाहर तक पूरा रात दिन एक करके जो है आपने कॉलेज के उत्तरोत्तर विकास के लिए आपने जो है समय दिया, जिसके लिए हमारे डॉक्टर साहब जो है आपको प्रोत्साहित करते हैं। तीसरे नंबर पे आता है अर्थ, यानी कि इकोनॉमी की कमी नहीं होनी चाहिए। ऐसे में जो है हमारे राहुल कुमार जी वर्मा हैं, जिन्होंने जो है रात हो चाहे दिन हो किसी भी प्रकार की इकोनॉमी की कमी नहीं होने दी। आपका भी सम्मान है इस इंटरनेशनल मंच के माध्यम से। तीसरे नंबर पे आते हैं मीडिया से लेके और किसी भी प्रकार की अगर कागजी कार्रवाई हो उसके लिए प्रवीण कुमार जी आपका वेलकम है। आपने भी जो है बहुत ही सहयोग दिया है। इसके बाद जो है रोहित कुमार यादव जी, जिन्होंने सुनील कुमार यादव जी के साथ जो है रात दिन एक करके जो है बाहर का नक्शा जो है 2 दिन पहले कुछ और था और आज जो है लगता है कि जो है लोहिया पर लखनऊ का है। तीसरे इसके बाद जो है दिनेश कुमार जी हैं, आपका भी सहयोग साथ में रहा है। दिनेश कुमार जी मास्टर साहब जिनको बोलते हैं, आपने भी जो है लगातार, ये वो लोग हैं जिनके चेहरे हमें दिखे नहीं हैं क्योंकि ये पर्दे के पीछे काम करते थे, जिनका आकलन जो है हमारे चेयरमैन साहब ने बखूबी जो है किया और उनको सम्मान जरूरी है।
इसी प्रकार से इन्हीं लोगों के साथ में जो है कुछ लोगों ने जो है अपना महत्वपूर्ण योगदान दिया। प्रशांत कुमार दुबे मेंटेनेंस ऑफिसर हैं, जिन्होंने रात दिन एक करके इस विद्यालय में जो है आपने साथ सज्जा में कोई कमी नहीं छोड़ी, चाहे दिन हो चाहे रात हो, किसी समय बुलाया गया प्रेजेंट रहे, इसके लिए सम्मान के पात्र हैं। दूसरे नंबर पे राजवीर सिंह जी, ये कोई पहला और दूसरा नंबर नहीं है, सीरियल नंबर है। राजवीर सिंह जी, आपने भी जो है दिन रात मेहनत की। पर्दे के पीछे के लोग हैं जिनको मंच पर उतारा गया है और जिनका आकलन किया गया है। इस बिल्डिंग को जिसको 2 महीने 3 महीने लगना चाहिए था बनने के लिए, लेकिन आपने उसे 2 दिन 3 दिन में रात दिन एक करके किसी भी तरह से आपने जो है सात सज्जा को बढ़ाया। ऐसे जो हमारे सलीम खान जी हैं, ठेकेदार हैं, जिन्होंने जो है 2 दिन 3 दिन जितना भी कहा गया आपने फटाफट सारे काम को किया है। अभी चलता रहेगा अनवरत ये कार्य। शैलेंद्र सिंह मकराना जी, पत्थर का काम इन्होंने किया और आप देख रहे हैं कि कॉलेज में धीरे धीरे पत्थर पूरा लगता ही जा रहा है और पूरा कार्य किया। सम्मान के पात्र हैं। सम्मान इसलिए है कि इन्होंने रात दिन नहीं देखा, समय पे जब भी एक टाइम फिक्स था उस पर देना था, लेकिन काम ज्यादा था इसलिए अभी काम जो है चलता रहेगा। धीरेन्द्र कुमार जी ब्रिक इंटरलॉकिंग, आपने देखा होगा 2 दिन के अंदर जो है रोड पूरे कॉलेज की बन गई, जिसका श्रेय जाता है धीरेन्द्र कुमार जी को, जिन्होंने जो है एक दिन में कहा गया कि जो है इस गर्ल्स हॉस्टल के दीवार से लेके हर्बल गार्डन से लेके और पूरे रोड तक की दीवार पूरी रात को इन्होंने बना दी। इनका भी सम्मान है, तालियों के साथ सम्मान किया जाए।
अच्छा, अब आवाज कम रही है। वहीं गाड़ी।
इसके बाद जो है बिजली की अनवरत चलती रहे, किसी को कोई दिक्कत ना हो। 1 मिनट एसी बंद हो जाती है तो लोगों को जो है हालत खराब हो जाता है। इस दिशा में रात दिन एक करके काम किया है। धर्मेंद्र इन्होंने जो है पूरी श्रद्धा से, देखिए काम होता है, एक श्रद्धा होती है, श्रद्धा होती है तो आदमी दिन रात मेहनत करता है। ऐसे लोगों का आकलन करना, ऐसा नहीं कि और लोग जो है उन्होंने काम नहीं किया है, लेकिन जो है कॉलेज में अगर 100 बच्चे पढ़ते हैं तो टॉप कोई एक ही कर सकता है। इसलिए जो है काम सभी का अच्छा है, लेकिन कुछ लोगों ने कुछ बेहतर प्रदर्शन किया है, लेकिन सभी का काम अच्छा है। इसके बाद जो है सफाई की व्यवस्था भी जो है लोगों ने अच्छा देखा। इसी कड़ी में जो है कुछ हमारे जिन्होंने सफाई की पूरी व्यवस्था को देखी है, अभी सुबह 6 बजे से लेके रात में हो दिन में हो, अवधेश कुमार हैं। अवधेश कुमार सुनील कुमार जो हमारे यहाँ सफाई के हैं, रंग रोगन और साफ सज्जा रखते हैं कॉलेज का। कहाँ है? आज बुला लेंगे। राममणि जी है, आप भी आए। MBBS से लेके BMS तक का इनका सफर बहुत लंबा रहा है और सोनू सूद जी से इनका जो है घरेलू ताल्लुकात है और सोनू सूद जी से इनके एकदम घर की तरह है, देखने में लगते हैं, लेकिन ये जो है काम ऐसा करते हैं कि आप इन्हें रात में जो है गाड़ी लेके भेज दीजिए, कोई काम बता दीजिए है लखनऊ दिल्ली कहीं भी ये गाड़ी लेके तुरंत चले जाते हैं, वो काम करके लौटते हैं। सम्मान के पात्र हैं संतोष कुमार, इन्होंने रात भर दिन एक करके जो है ट्रैक्टर से जो है इंटरलॉकिंग की ईंट को ढोने का काम किया है। इन्होंने रात भर 3 बजे 2 बजे इन्होंने जो है वहां पे ईंट लगवाया और वहां से यहाँ लेके आने का काम किया है।
मैं आपसे पहले अलर्ट तत्काल
काफी कार्य किया है, सम्मान के पात्र है, क्योंकि श्रद्धा है कॉलेज के प्रति। आपने देखा होगा कॉलेज में इधर दीवार बन रही है, इधर प्लास्टर हो रहा है, उधर पेंटिंग भी हो रही है। तो पेंटिंग करने का काम किया रामवीर पेंटर ने, जिन्होंने रात रात में पूरा कॉलेज को दिया, नक्शा बता दिया पूरे कॉलेज का है। अरे तालियों के साथ जो है स्वागत किया जाए। अवधेश कुमार जिन्होंने साज सज्जा के लिए अभी सुबह यहाँ पे 6 बजे हमारे तो पूरा ऑडिटोरियम हॉल गंदा था, रात में पूरा सफाई किया, दिन में पूरा सफाई किया। सम्मान के पात्र हैं, सर्टिफिकेट के भी पात्र हैं इस इंटरनेशनल सेमिनार के। नरेंद्र कुमार माली हैं, जो माली का काम है करते हैं। इन्होंने भी जो है काफी रात रात में भी काम बताया गया। आपने देखा होगा बाहर कुछ पेड़ लगे थे, कुछ नहीं लगे थे। जिन पेड़ों को जो है रात में नहीं देखा गया था, लेकिन सुबह वो आपको दिखे बड़े बड़े पेड़। ऐसा भी काम जो है लोगों ने दिन रात करके इस इंटरनेशनल सेमिनार की शोभा बढ़ाने का काम किया है। मीडिया के क्षेत्र में अखिलेश गोस्वामी हैं, जिन्होंने मीडिया को भी मैनेज करने का काम किया। काफी अच्छा जो है, किसी भी चीज को आप मूर्ति बना दीजिए, अगर उसका फाइनल टच न दीजिए तो मूर्ति जो है उसकी साज सज्जा, उसको एक जो शोभा उसकी बढ़ती है वो नहीं। मीडिया से लगातार संपर्क बनाए रखा है इन्होंने, और समाचारों को मीडिया तक पहुंचाने का एक माध्यम का काम किया आपने। सम्मान के पात्र हैं सोनू कुमार, सुनील, इन्होंने भी जो है लगातार लगे रहे जो है कॉलेज की। देखिए इंटरनेशनल सेमिनार को सफल बनाने के लिए नीचे से लेकर ऊपर तक के सभी लोगों ने बहुत ही अच्छा सहयोग किया। आप भी सम्मान के पात्र हैं। सोनू, आपने भी जो है लगातार लगे रहे कार्यों में।
इधर भी
सोनू जो है ये लगातार दत्तू जी के साथ भी लगे रहे और माननीय चेयरमैन साहब के साथ भी लगे रहे। लगातार इन लोगों का जो है अनवरत रात दिन एक का जो कार्य है, बहुत ही अच्छा उनका प्रदर्शन रहा है। जहाँ पे आज हम बैठे हैं तो इन्हीं लोगों की देन। इंटरनेशनल सेमिनार को सफल बनाने भारतीय में
दिल्ली से नहीं, दिल्ली से इधर से
सुनील कुमार जी मीरपुर के हैं। इन्होंने लगातार जो है बने रहे पूरे मंच से और बाहर भी लगे रहे, अभी से नहीं। बीएमएस हमें लगता है 2004 में जब बना होगा तभी से अनवरत जो है लगे हुए हैं, आज तक लगे हैं। हमेशा कॉलेज की भलाई के बारे में सोचते हैं और आज जो है रात दिन ये भी जो है उस साज सज्जा जो बाहर की है उसमें लगातार अनवरत बने रहे। ऐसे लोगों को सम्मानित करना कॉलेज को जरूरी है, क्योंकि लोगों से जो है स्पीच सुन रहे हैं। विवेक कुमार जी, विवेक यादव जी आप भी आए, आप भी लगातार चेयरमैन साहब के साथ। विवेक कुमार यादव हैं, ये भी लगातार जो है सर के साथ सर को फॉलो करते हुए जो भी कार्य बताया उसको जो है लगातार करते रहे हैं। इसी कड़ी में हिमांशु जो ड्राइविंग का काम करते हैं, सर चाहे रात में जाए चाहे दिन में जाए हर समय यहाँ पर जो है रहते हैं, इनका भी सम्मान है। अंकित आप जो है ये भी लगातार जो है डेलीगेट्स को कहीं लखनऊ से ले आना, कहीं दिल्ली से ले आना, यहाँ लोकल में भी ले आना, लगातार लगे रहते हैं। आपका भी सम्मान है। कॉलेज की कोई प्रतिष्ठा अगर आगे बढ़ती है तो उसमें छोटे से लेके बड़े तक के लोगों का पूरा सहयोग रहता है। लालू यादव जी, शैलेंद्र सिंह यादव, लालू यादव जी बैठे हैं। आपने भी जो है लगातार लगे रहे, आपका भी जो है सम्मान है। सभी लोगों ने जो है शांति और सौहार्द का परिचय दिया। इसके बाद जो है लंच का टाइम है। लंच के बाद में कल्चरल एक्टिविटी प्रारंभ होगी हमारी। लंच का समय है, ज्यादा देर तक लोगों को बैठा नहीं सकते हैं, क्योंकि हमारा लंच के बाद का जो सेशन है वो कल्चरल का है और कल्चरल प्रोग्राम
नहीं लाइव नहीं हो रहा, बंद वो तो केवल प्ले हो रहा। इधर आए
this will be there. So tell the time announcement when it will be, that people can come.
That's a good thing.
Will already be late.
We don't know if they announced there is already no one, so now it's over. They should have said it before.
Yeah.
People don't know.
वाइट चले गए जावेदा, वाइट नहीं, वाइट सकते हो। हाँ हाँ आईडी नहीं ना, आईडी ग्रीन है वो लोग।
कौन सा वाला है?
थोड़ा सा पीछे हो जाए सही है, थोड़ा 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 ऐसे हो जाए ऐसे। हाँ आईडी का है?
बिना आईडी सभी चल जाएगी ना।
अच्छा ठीक है।
डॉक्टर साहब 2 दिन का सेमिनार चला है, किन किन बीमारियों की जानकारी दी गई और कहाँ से कौन कौन देश से कौन कौन लोग आए थे?
देखिए, मेन जो है हम लोगों का जो टॉपिक था वो प्रिवेंशन पे था। प्रिवेंशन और क्योंकि हमने कल भी बताया था कि बीमारियों से बचाव जो है वो कैसे किया जाए। और काफ़ी कंट्री से लोग जो है ऑस्ट्रेलिया से आते हैं, लोग इटली से हैं, ब्राज़ील से हैं, 5 कंट्री, नेपाल से हैं और फ्रांस से हैं
जी।
अलग अलग जगह से लोग आए थे और उन्होंने काफ़ी जो अपने अनुभव थे आयुर्वेद के, जो हम लोग इंडिया के बाहर जो हैं उनसे अभी जो फ्रांस से आए हुए थे उनसे बात हो रही थी, तो वो कह रहे थे कि जब हम लोग लेकर गए वहाँ पे कोई आयुर्वेद को जानता नहीं था और कैसे पिछले 20-30 सालों में विदेशों में आयुर्वेद का डेवलपमेंट हुआ है और आयुर्वेद के महत्व को जो है इंडिया के बाहर लोग समझ रहे हैं, वो बहुत ही एक पॉजिटिव साइन है और बहुत वो लोग जो है उसके प्रति बहुत आशावान दिखे कि पूरे विश्व में इस समय जो है आयुर्वेद के महत्व को लोग समझ रहे हैं। और हम लोगों को सिर्फ लोग बताते थे विश्व समझ रहे, लेकिन जब वो लोग आकर के और उन्होंने खुद स्वयं बोला कि क्या बाकी में लोग समझ रहे हैं कि क्या कर रहे हैं, तो हमको आयुर्वेद का महत्व पता लगा। और हम लोगों के लिए बड़ा गौरव का क्षण है कि हमारी जो हज़ारों साल पुरानी हमारी जो संस्कृति थी और हमारा जो लाइफ स्टाइल था, हमारे जो बुज़ुर्ग आयुर्वेद को फॉलो करते थे, उनके साथ रहते थे, आज इतने दिनों नहीं, लेकिन अब कम से कम दुनिया जो है वो हमको समझ रही है। और अगर ऐसा ही चलता रहा तो आयुर्वेद का इसी तरीके से बढ़ता रहा तो हम लोग विश्व गुरु बनेंगे, इसमें कहीं कोई शक नहीं है। क्योंकि हमारी जो पैथी है और हमारे जो संस्कार हैं हिंदुस्तान के, वो अब लोगों को समझ में आ रहे हैं, उभर आ रहे हैं। बीच में तमाम हमारे ऊपर आक्रमण हुए और अंग्रेज आए, तो कहीं ना कहीं उन्होंने हमारी संस्कृति को ही नष्ट नहीं किया, बल्कि हमारे और जो सिस्टम थे, चाहे वो हेल्थ का हो चाहे दूसरे हो, उसको भी डैमेज किया था। तो कई सैकड़ों साल उन्होंने जो है राज किया हिंदुस्तान पे और हमारी चीज़ों को उन्होंने नष्ट किया। सिर्फ बिल्डिंगें नहीं तोड़ी, बल्कि हमारी जो कल्चर था उसको ख़त्म कर दिया। वो फिर से अब उभर रहा है और पूरे विश्व में फैल रहा है। उसी में से एक चीज़ है वो आयुर्वेद भी है। और हम लोगों को इसकी खुशी है कि फर्रुखाबाद की जो धरती है, जिसको पहले पांचाल नगरी कहा जाता था, आप जान रहे हैं कि द्रौपदी जी का जन्म यहीं पे हुआ था। भगवान बुद्ध का जो यहाँ पे सलकसा में यहाँ से संदेश पूरे विश्व में गया है, उसके बाद जैन लोगों का यहाँ पे मेन प्रमुख स्थल यहाँ पर है और जो अनेक करोड़ी बाबा हैं, तो ऐसी पवित्र स्थली को अब लोग फर्रुखाबाद के इतिहास को और चीज़ों को समझ रहे हैं। और यहाँ से इस जगह पर अगर आयुर्वेद का इतना बड़ा सम्मेलन हुआ है, अगर इतनी कॉन्फ्रेंस और इतना सेमिनार इंटरनेशनल हुआ है, तो किसी का आना कोई ऐसे नहीं आया था। कहीं ना कहीं मैं इनको पिछले हज़ारों साल के प्रारब्ध से जोड़ करके, इसके प्रारब्ध को जोड़ के मैं देख रहा हूँ कि आगे कुछ बहुत अच्छा होने वाला है फर्रुखाबाद के लिए और उत्तर प्रदेश के लिए, हिंदुस्तान के लिए और आयुर्वेद के लिए।
यूपी में देखें और फर्रुखाबाद में देखें, आयुर्वेद की स्थिति बहुत ठीक नहीं है, ना तो डॉक्टरों की स्थिति ठीक है और ना ही उसके प्रचार को ठीक से किया जा रहा है।
जी
सरकारी अस्पतालों में
तो आप प्राइवेट की बात कर रहे हैं, सरकारी?
नहीं, दोनों तरफ से बात कर रहे हैं। ना तो प्राइवेट में बहुत अच्छे से चल पा रहा है, ना सरकार की तरफ से स्थिति बहुत ही खराब है। ना तो भवन है, ना डॉक्टर हैं और ना पर्याप्त वहाँ की देख रेख।
उसकी वजह क्या है कि आयुर्वेद को जो है प्रॉपर तरीके से उसको व्याख्यान उसका नहीं किया गया। और जो आयुर्वेद के जो डॉक्टर्स हैं वो आयुर्वेद पढ़ते हैं। एक तो हमारा सिस्टम है पढ़ाने का, उस पर मैं टिप्पणी नहीं कर सकता क्योंकि सरकार के द्वारा बनाई हुई चीज़ है। आयुर्वेद में जो है सारा एलोपैथ का भी पढ़ाया जाता है और फिर बच्चे प्रैक्टिस करते हैं तो आयुर्वेद एलोपैथ दोनों में प्रैक्टिस करते हैं। तो जब तक प्योर आयुर्वेदिक नहीं होगा तब तक रिजल्ट नहीं आएंगे। और आयुर्वेद के नाम पे जो लोग प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं वो एक्चुअल में आयुर्वेद की प्रैक्टिस है ही नहीं। जो आप स्थिति खराब बता रहे हैं वो आयुर्वेद की खराब स्थिति, वो लोग आयुर्वेद प्रैक्टिस कर ही नहीं रहे हैं। लेकिन जो एकदम आयुर्वेद प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं, अगर उनके पास आप जाएंगे और वहाँ से आप ट्रीटमेंट लेंगे, वहाँ से बात करेंगे, तो निश्चित आपको 100% लाभ मिलेगा। और बहुत कम डॉक्टर्स हैं जो प्योर आयुर्वेद की प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं। मेरा जोर उसी पर है। और बच्चों को हमने इसीलिए इंस्पायर कर रहे हैं कि जब यहाँ से आकर के पढ़ कर के लोग विदेशों में जाकर वहाँ पे आयुर्वेद प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं, तो आप क्यों नहीं कर सकते। उसके महत्व को समझाने के लिए ही ये सेमिनार हुआ है।
कोई सवाल ठीक है? ठीक है।
आपका चलते ही रहिए। तो जैसा कि आप सभी लोगों ने देखा कि ये 2 दिवसीय फर्रुखाबाद में मेजर एच.डी. सिंह आयुर्वेदिक मेडिकल कॉलेज में जो अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सेमिनार चल रहा था, उसका समापन था। आज नेक्स्ट दिन था। और जैसा कि डॉक्टर संस्था के जो चेयरमैन हैं डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह यादव, उन्होंने जानकारी देते हुए बताया कि किस किस प्रकार से वह आयुर्वेदिक जो चिकित्सा है उसको बढ़ावा देने के लिए प्रयासरत हैं फर्रुखाबाद में। और हर वो संभव प्रयास किया जाएगा जिससे कि आयुर्वेद का प्रचार प्रसार ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हो सके। तो आप देख रहे थे P.P.F लाइव। मैं हूं पंकज प्रकाश। अगर आपको खबर अच्छी लगी हो तो शेयर ज़रूर करें और P.P.F लाइव को ऐसे ही सपोर्ट करते रहें। नमस्कार।